Kids, it's the birthday weekend, and the only way Uncle Cuba can celebrate the birthday weekend is with 10 powerful dupes. We popping some clones because Uncle Cuba spent some money on the birthday. Shout out to Honey the stripper for the extra lap dance. I appreciate you. The older that I get, you gotta take care of your body, so I bought some garlic pills, oregano pills, some cranberries for prostate inflammation, a little Blue Chew because they haven't sponsored me yet. Shout out to my wife for letting me sleep in the bed after I came home wearing glitter. Clone fragrances on birthday month is super important. Why are they important, Cuba? Because most people get treated out to birthday stuff. No, I gotta pay for my own shit. So I'm gonna put you on to 10 powerful, I'm talking about beast mode, projection, and sillage clone fragrances you need to try in your repertoire. And trust me, the purchase of all these fragrances might be the equivalent of one niche bottle. Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you on to 10 beast mode. I'm talking about diesel, diesel clone fragrances that you need to test out. Listen, one of my beautiful people, you know who it is. It's your boy C to the U to the B to the A. I am getting old. Thank you to all the birthday love that y'all have shown me on the YouTubes, on the Instagram. I appreciate y'all. I love you wholeheartedly. Without you, I am nothing but a successful, handsome human being. So let's just jump right into this video, shall we? The first fragrance I'm gonna pick out is a clone of a fragrance in the niche space that isn't that expensive. But the difference between $30 and $100 is still significant, fam. Let's be clear, a meteorite's gonna hit the earth anytime now, so let's live it up. But if we just so happen to make it to our social security age, you wanna know that Uncle Cuba saved you some money on some fragrances, and this particular fragrance, clone, is a banger, and that's by the house of Ameer, and that's Wild Tobacco, which is a clone of Mancera's Red Tobacco. What you're getting here is an extra sweet pipe tobacco. Well, let's be honest, it smells like a Black & Mild that you get at the bodega. Shout out to Habibi and the cat sleeping on the bread.
Mr. Rivera, every time I come in your store, the cat sleep on the bread.
Followed by a beautiful white musk, a little dry vetiver action, providing you an overall party scent that will last you all day for $29.99. You could probably shop it around, it'll probably be cheaper or maybe a little bit more, definitely sub $40, and a very close interpretation of Mancera Red Tobacco. But like I was said before, Mancera Red Tobacco, if you shop it around, you could probably get that joint for like 100 stones. But 30 versus 100. Getting some clones with balls that have that same scent profile, performance factor, sex appeal, and delicious fuck me nature, why not? Ameer Wild Tobacco is definitely one you guys need to try if you're a fan or been curious about Mancera's Red Tobacco. Next one. Now this next fragrance is a powerhouse of a clone. Some of the first two by the house of Lattafa that I purchased that really introduced me to the house and kind of blew me away. And one of those clone fragrances is Lattafa Amethyst. Amethyst is a clone of Initio's Atomic Rose. When I smelled Atomic Rose for the first time, blown away, one of the best rose oud combinations that doesn't have any geriatric feel that I have ever smelled. Incredible scent. The performance was outstanding. The scent profile was sweet, decadent, vanillic, ambery, slightly peppery, mild musky, but the cloud of unisex sexy feel was remarkable. And when I got Amethyst, it kept all that same energy for $30. Bitch, I got it on Prime. Easily 9+ hours of performance. There's a nice level of punchy, sweet brightness at the opening. Multiple type of roses in this joint that smell nice and sugary and clean and airy, slightly inviting, giving it that unisex quality, but still has a ton of masculinity. And then that base woody sweetness that lays on that skin does it ever so flawlessly. A really magical clone with amazing performance and sillage that you can get on Amazon. It had a nice little hype for a minute, but it's toned down to the point that there's still more accessibility on Amazon via Prime or other gray market joints that you can get this maybe even in a bundle with this next fragrance for sub $60. And that next fragrance is Oud for Glory. Now this is Initio's Oud for Greatness clone. Same kind of visceral reaction. This was the first one that spawned me to get this one, because this one was such a close interpretation of Initio's Oud for Greatness, minus that $263.30 price tag that it has retail, that I was like, I don't know why people bother. Like, do you want the brand name? Cool. You got the bread? No judgment here. But for some of those real smart followers that are watching their pennies and are like, yo, I want to be part of the game, but I don't need to spend 15% of my mortgage or my car note or my insurance payment or my toll charges, You heard New York City's getting hit with double tolls? This is crazy. To smell fantastic, to smell decadent, to jump into that niche space. 98.9% of the people that you're around won't know the difference. 98.9% of the people around you won't know what the hell Initio Oud for Greatness is. So what does it matter? All you care about is outstanding scent profile, amazing performance, some shit that's gonna potentially make her drip walking past you, some sophistication, some sexiness, some deep oud, some rich pepperiness, and entrance to the Illuminati. Well, Oud for Glory has all of that available on Prime. Just keep contributing to that adopted Cuban that owns Amazon. Shout out to Bezos, are you my dad? Next one. Lately, there have been a lot of Yves Saint Laurent tuxedos, but currently, this one has to be the most bomb performer off of my skin that I've encountered, and that's Lattafa, the Tux, aka that Mason Alhambra. Whatever, same. Now, with full transparency, is this the best Yves Saint Laurent clone? Currently, no. It has to be Fragrance World Suits. But Fragrance World Suits off of my skin becomes a little bit more of a skin scent. It gets really tight to the skin, a lot closer to that Yves Saint Laurent tuxedo scent profile, minus the performance factor. The Tux, before Suits came around, was the reigning champion upon Yves Saint Laurent clones, and I have a few of them. So for me, this one performs the best, is the closest, that gives you both longevity, sillage, and that interpretation aspect of Yves Saint Laurent tuxedo, which apparently is limited places you can find now. It's kind of sold out everywhere. People are getting more hip to it, so the department stores don't even have that shit in shelf. So if you can get something for 30 stones that's gonna have 8+ hours of performance, at least. And this is without you applying any kind of base, whether it be a non-scented lotion, throw on a little molecule one on the base, and then throw something else on top of it to help enhance that scent profile. Whatever these tactics that you may want to use to help increase performance in any of these clones, you're welcome to do so. For me, I don't need nothing else clogging up my motherfucking pores, so I'm gonna take this shit naturally for $29.99 and smell fantastical. Next one. Xerjoff has this fragrance that is a very tart, mangoey kind of scent profile called Cruz del Sur 2. I've smelled the original, and it's a very potent, very powerful, very intimidating scent profile. Let me captivate you by these unique notes and come here. But Duo's version, when I smelled this joint, and this is one of the older bottles, this joint called Desire 2 is Cruz del Sur 2 on crack cocaine, steroid, testosterone, psycho, perico flow. What the hell does that mean? This shit is too damn strong. I mean, look at the freaking color of the juice, for God's sakes. This shit is stupid. I've worn this fragrance maybe 4 times max, and we're talking about like 2 pumps each. With this stupid thing, I've gotten over 15 hours of perform. 15 hours of perform. There's no need for that. Like, why do you guys want something that lasts so freaking long? Women, shut up. Like, it's unnecessary. I know a lot of people like the overspraying action, and you want to be known, you want to get the attention. That's what fragrance is for. There's levels to this shit. You want to spray 15 times and just murder everybody around you? You clearly live in somewhere rural where there's a lot of space. You're not walking through a metropolitan city. You're not cruising through Times Square. You're not going through blocks and avenues where people are like, God damn, man, what the fuck? You took a bath in this shit? Y'all clearly never been on a train when that shit is engulfed in fragrance. I don't care if you're a fragrance lover or not. Some joints can get crazy, and this is one of them. It's such a completely unique and wild scent profile with such richness. I feel like there's this smoky, incensey mango with a bunch of dried fruit like apricots, apples, pineapple, fucking prune. Then it partially smells like this alcohol mixer that you get at the liquor store when you're trying to make your own margaritas and fail miserably because you're not a stripper with her tits out with nipple pasties and dental floss making you a horrible drink and charging you $35 with a $50 tip. You're not built like that. Crazy as these notes sound, it smells crazy off of my skin. Sometimes the crazy scents just work off of my skin, and it brings somebody like me who is around some people that are really into fragrance a level of, what the hell is that? Let me try to figure it out. You're never going to because it's so weird, it's so unique, it's so specific to something that Xerjoff would do, and this is something that you can get 15-hour plus performance for like $30-something after all the coupons. So Desire 2, too damn strong. Don't even get it. Next one. This next joint is Candela Pura, papa. This shit is latent for like $59.99 in a presentation that confused everybody, including myself. It's Haramain, it's this, it's that. I mean, this is a clone of a clone. Who does that? That was probably some vindictive wife that in the divorce settlement said, I'm not only gonna fuck my husband over, I'm gonna steal all his shit too and sell it to his side bitch. And that's Amber Oud Bleu Exclusive. Not Haramain, not Al Haramain, just Amber Oud Exclusive. Regardless of all the confusion and craziness, this beautiful apple pie, cardamom, and sweet decadent scent profile is Parfum de Marley Layton's doppelganger. Bro, I'm gonna wear this shit today. Like, it's been a minute since I've put this joint on. When I'm doing the video, I'm like, yo, what are like some crazy, gnarly scents that have that that have that beast mode capability, sexy factor, unique, and are completely different than anything else on the table. When I put these lists together, I want them to be super different from potentially anybody else's list. I don't watch other content creators, but I will start. I want it to be fragrances that I actually like. I want them to have some artistic flow. I want them to have sex appeal. I want them to be work appropriate. And you'll see some with some nostalgia as well. This one just happens to be a clone of one of my favorite parfums, the Marley fragrances, that made a huge splash and is still relevant till this day. It's been around for at least 6 years, 7 years. So if you haven't had the opportunity to try this grenade with over 10 hours of performance and an amazing sillage bubble that I'm currently experiencing, and it's kind of tickling the back of my throat, which is going to in turn make me lose my voice in about 3.5 minutes, then I highly encourage you to try Amber Oud Exclusive Bleu, or Bleu Exclusive by Amber Oud, not Harame. Next one. And speaking of nostalgia, this fragrance, when I had it back in the day, was a beautiful purple hue with that sharp black V. It gets discontinued and eBay prices start soaring over $200 for something that I literally got for about $45, which was Valentino V. And at this time, this one can comfort my wounds, which is Rasasi's Daarej. If you're not an older 75-year-old gentleman like myself, you really don't remember Valentino V. You don't understand the sexy club vibes that this shit had. You appreciated a freestyle mix. You were able to go to the 3-floor clubs where one was like freestyle house music, the other one was a straight hip-hop joint, and then you had the Latin floor. I bounced through all them floors. Cause while you had the top floor chicks, when you had shorties doing that shit, in the hip-hop floor it was straight dance hall and everybody was just dry fucking. I think I saw a dude with his pants down fully. But at least they dance. Nobody fucking dances nowadays. Everybody's in a club with a bottle like this. And then in the Latin floors, we got the ooh, shorties is just shaking and moving and tight. Strings is falling off and you're like, oh, pop titty back in. That was life. Now everybody's too cool to dance. Dudes aren't forced to wear shoes to the club. As long as you're not wearing a do-rag and joggers, you're allowed in. Drinks are $28 for Smirnoff and water. And you can't even buy drugs in the bathroom anymore. Well, Daarej, aka Valentino V on a budget, is classy yet turned up, signature scent worthy, dressed up corporate vibes, turned up club vibes. I feel like it has muse capabilities, like you get inspired wearing this type of fragrance, you get nostalgic, you feel some type of way with this sweet ambery beauty with this cuminish kind of dirty BO kind of smell that makes it adhere to the skin but really projects incredibly and helps kind of set the tone for the performance that this fragrance is just gonna spew out of your pores. What was interesting in revisiting these type of scent profiles is original Valentino V had a note of like tamarindo, which is very unusual, kind of giving it that tropical vibe, slight sweetness, but still also slightly tart. But it was more of a cumin, punchy, violety, woody patchouli scent that was, man, bringing me back to such a better time. Like, I really want you guys to experience this, especially people coming into this fragrance space or just getting introduced to it. Some of the legends never die, and I don't want you to spend great market pricing on Valentino V. This is an incredible option for over 10-hour performance in this scent profile. And for me, what happens with all these fragrances is they get tucked in the back, they're lost out of vision, and it's really hard to enjoy them. So don't get all these fragrances. You don't need a massive fragrance collection, especially if you're not a content creator. Just get some signature pieces that you could at least test out, or buy joints that aren't expensive, that aren't gonna break the bank, that'll give you an amazing collection of all these different notes and sensations and moods and fits, just like the outfits in your closet, that'll start giving you those same memories. This is what happens when you get old. You start to get all misty and shit. Remember the good times. My back hurts. Next one. This gotta be on a lot of people's lists, because Rasasi's La Yuca Wam, that Tom Ford Tuscan leather alterations, bananas. Dare I say I've enjoyed this more than Tom Ford Tuscan leather. That shit just sits there collecting dust most of the time. Because when you have something like this in the fall and winter, it's super no-brainer to pick this joint up. It is pure Delancey Street leather. Just a cracked open blunt in the middle of Harlem with a fucking Pele on, your Timbs is unlaced, double soles, stop it. You ready to hit that mango piña with a little grava, and make sure you smelling classy and not assy. Remarkable, great performing Tuscan leather cologne that everybody has in their collection. If you've been in Fragcom over a 5-year span, this has definitely crossed your path, and you absolutely had this joint at one point. And if you don't, you should definitely get it like now. Next one. And if we're gonna stay on the Tom Ford train, we gotta throw in a little Plumlicious action, aka Plum Japonese by Tom Ford's clone by Dua. Amazing. Hovering that 10-hour mark as well, but the juiciness, the ripeness of this plum, that beautiful cinnamony kind of woody base, makes this not only super unique from anything else in your collection, but makes you super munchable. Shout out to Ice Spice. Warm, sexy, juicy, creamy, vanillic, herbal, followed by a light floral with a bag of allspice. I implore you, get at least one juicy plum fragrance in your collection and let me know what it's done for you. Because Plum for me has changed the way I've smelled fragrances for years. It's one of those things that comfort me, give me sexy energy, completely unique, ultra smooth, very cozy and warming. Plumlicious is absolutely the way to go because the shit is cheap and got balls. And finally, warm, cozy, by the fireplace, hint hint, is Lattafa's Ameer Al Oud, aka Mason Martin Margiela, by the fireplace. Smoky, burnt fireplace ambers. It is the season in the tri-state area in the northern eastern borders of the world that shit's getting cold. Motherfuckers is cleaning their chimney, Christmas energy vibes, and this shit performs nuts. I would categorize it as not a sexy fragrance, more of a intimate fragrance. Very situational scent, holiday appropriate, cozy cuddle factor. We're doing a Friendsgiving at the crib, I'm throwing it down in the kitchen and I want to be different, but I still want to be on the holiday vibes without having tons of cornucopias everywhere from Rite Aid or Bed Bath & Body Works or whatever the hell it's called to give me that Christmassy burnt ambery scent. Smoky, classy, elegant, cozy, warm, cold weather only. Bitch, if you live in Alaska, this is a daily wear for $29.99. Performance-wise, a light 12 hours. 5 sprayer, easy. I remember I saw a video one time, dude spraying this shit in his hair. Fam, like I'm losing my shit. I'm about to go to Turkey and get them plugs though. I can't be spraying some wild chemicals in your hair. Dudes, have y'all done that type of shit before? Spray fragrance on your hair? When I saw Money spray this shit in his hair, I was like, what was your goal here, dogs? My dude was smelling like Fire Marshal Bill out of a living color.
Don't touch that dial, Mary Tyler Moore.
And that's it, baby. We got 10 powerhouse monster clone fragrances that you need in your repertoire. Literally adding all this up, it's the price of one freaking clone. Shop them around. I'll put some links in the description if you guys are interested with some possible coupon codes. Leave in the comments below your signature one beast mode clone that I haven't mentioned or that I need to get in my repertoire that you've never seen in my videos, and I'll definitely cop that joint. I'll see y'all stitches next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Thank you again for all the birthday wishes, and let's continue having fun on my birthday month. Libras, stand up. And if you're a stripper out there, call me. I'm just kidding. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, star tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.